there was actually a lot of talk, Andy, about why this has happened. Was it climate change? Was it an angry God smiting down New York for being a den of iniquity? Was it the gays' fault? They often seem to get blamed for natural disasters by people who don't have any scientific pedigree but do have absolute confidence.
Well, I mean, there's a point. There's that kind of chaos theory. The butterfly flapping its wing could cause an earthquake or whatever. Similarly, we all know that the gays, as a species, like to dance. So, it's possible that vigorous gay dancing in New York did cause Hurricane Sandy. I'm not a scientist, but we cannot rule that out, John.
It's possible. It's not probable, but it is possible. Andy, some people have argued that this hurricane has somehow been engineered by highly paid Obama campaign operatives to make him look good and give him a 2-point boost in the polls. The federal government has actually responded extremely well to this crisis, and 8 out of 10 people have apparently given the president a good or an excellent rating for his handling of the emergency. Romney has the problem that during the primary debates he'd spoken out against FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, in one of his signature moments of shallow, mindless populism. A statement he was sure to get away with as long as a major hurricane did not slam into a major American city between then and the election, providing a violent illustration of the flaw in the argument for aggressively streamlined government. As long as that didn't happen, he was going to be fine. Both candidates suspended their campaigns this week, leading some to wonder whether the hurricane was in fact an act of God, who also have become so sick of the unremitting cynicism of this campaign that he decided to pull a micro-Noah to give himself a 48-hour break from the incessant political posturing.
I think actually, it seems that America seems to have come together slightly more harmoniously than usual. Maybe if nature could schedule in one major catastrophe a month, I think America as a nation would be much happier and more cohesive.
Well, you're not alone in thinking that, because they both went out on the campaign trail again yesterday, and the president argued that, as I quote, "When disaster strikes, we see America at its best." What? By candlelight?
It's like a George de la Tour picture.
He then went on to say, "All the petty differences that consume us in normal times all seem to melt away. There are no Democrats or Republicans during a storm, just fellow Americans." Andy, is he trying to make people nostalgic for the time that they were being battered by 110-mile-an-hour winds? Because that is how bad presidential campaigns are now. It's almost preferable to have your house destroyed by floodwater than to endure one more election cycle.